Hey, ladies and germs. This is Let's Talk About It. I am your host, K. Russ. You are?
OJ, what's good?
And we're here to talk about some stuff. First off, as you can see, Congress greenlights the Epstein file bill. What are your thoughts about that?
They greenlight the bill after 4-7 told them to go ahead and sign off on it. To me, it's kicking the can down the road. And my whole thing is that no one's paying attention to how long this can has been being kicked down the road.
When you say kick down the road, you mean to the Senate?
This is not any classified documents. This is from a deceased convict, right?
Yes. Mike Johnson, the guy in charge of the Republican side of the House, the majority speaker, he said the way they acquired the information is the top secret part. Technically, the president could declassify everything right now and release
exactly
it to the public. He doesn't need one vote.
Why does it matter how they obtained the evidence?
Well, we know why it matters is because this is another attempt to obfuscate. They're trying to.
So again,
like you said,
they're
kicking it down the road. Definitely kicking it down the road.
Here's the thing: if the president really wanted these files out, he could literally tell his DOJ release the files like he did with MLK.
Yes,
like
MLK. RFK, the moon landing, you know what I'm saying?
All of this.
Hey, do me a favor, turn your mic up.
Oh, sorry. I had moved away. So I'm sorry if I feel like this is a fraudulent attempt to make himself look not innocent or not guilty, I should say.
The shift was amazing. They went from 4 Republicans, right, to all of the Republicans.
Yeah, because Trump greenlit it. Trump greenlit it. So once Trump greenlights whatever, they roll with it.
And I believe, you want to hear my theory? I told you I was going to tell my theory.
Oh, I definitely want to hear your theory.
So, as you know, I think we discussed it before. By opening an investigation,
yes,
into other people, so Democrats who were named, and it's funny how he only. It's funny how he only opened the investigation to the Democrats.
Democrats, of course.
There are Republicans. There's sheikhs.
Independents.
There's princes from 2 different nations, right? All involved. But he's going to open the investigation to Democrats. So if they open an investigation into the Democrats, they have the plausible deniability to say we cannot release this information because there's an active investigation going on. So that's step 1.
Yeah.
Step 2 is Speaker Mike Johnson spent 30 minutes today before he said who he was going to vote and all the good stuff about the vote. He spent 30 minutes saying why it's the Democrats' fault. Number 1, that he tried to pass it last week, which is a half-truth, and that we're going to take time in Senate to make sure we do this correctly. And he kept using the word, what was it? Not melodic. There's a word similar to thorough. I can't remember the word he used, but he used it like 4 times to show that how much time it was going to take.
Meticulous.
So was that?
Meticulous.
Yeah. He said, we're going to meticulously go. So if I told you I'm going to read your journal and it's 1 page and I told you I'm going to be meticulous about it, that means I'm going to go through every line multiple times, all stuff like that, right? He is definitely stalling for time. We know this is coming from. Well, the interesting part was they are definitely recasting it because he knows his base has a very short attention span. So he wants to be able to say, A, we try to push it through earlier. B, every person who's a Republican voted, with the exception of one person, a MAGA guy, we all voted together. And it was the Democrats who didn't want. But then he says we're rushing it through. So he's giving two mixed messages. So
It's kicking the can down the road, like I said. And all that is doing is buying time, because here's the thing. The only reason why we saw Trump's name in any emails was because it did not come from the DOJ. Those files came from the Epstein estate.
yes,
Trump had already had over 1,000 FBIs scourging all the files to remove his name or redact his name. So we know in the actual files and the actual evidence, his name is heavily redacted within that. He did that 4 or 5 months ago. So I think what they're doing now is trying to go through and take out anybody name who they can, all the Republicans that they can, and honestly, what I think they're doing is taking bribes on who won't pay to get their name.
You want to get in the list? Because that's what the tariffs were for. The tariffs were for his personal. Every country he put tariffs on, who gave him a present, got taken off tariffs. It could just be a coincidence.
It's
right?
not just that. It's not just that. It's
hell...
between the tariffs and his coin. I wonder if we go ahead and if they're able to trace who's purchasing these bulk coin orders and who's cashing out. Some stuff will line up.
I think Norway gave him a gold brick, and then they took him off. No, I take that back. It was Finland. Finland gave him a gold brick. They gave him a gold brick, a Rolex watch. To me, that's an investment, right? It's an investment, because then he took tariffs off right away.
Yeah.
Now you can't keep accepting gifts and claim to be the person who's going to clean up anything.
No, he just
ridiculous.
Accepted the most expensive gift ever.
So this morning, the victims were out there.
Yes.
And they're imploring everybody to make the vote. And I think that was the tipping point. I think that was. I think they were already going to have the votes they needed, but I think the victims being in the House. How do you go?
I believe the victims. What the victims was doing more was not for the House, was for the Senate, because that's where it really is a holdup now.
Yeah.
If the Senate says, if Thune says, hey, you know what, next week we're gonna bring it to the floor.
Yeah. So the hypocrisy, right?
Because mind you, that bill was signed today by Congress, right?
Yes.
You know, all they gotta do is just walk it down the hall, right? They just gotta walk it down. They could actually meet halfway, like they did with the Affordable Care Act. How they met in the middle. It was.
They did that for what bill?
Had met.
What bill they did that for?
The Affordable Care Act, the ACA.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a good anecdote.
Yeah, man.
So, what do you think about? I'm gonna say her name right. Marjorie. I've been practicing. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Friend or foe?
How Hope always said, friend or foe, yo, state your biz. She hasn't fully stated her biz. So until she states her full biz, she gotta be foe.
Her full biz get reelected. Her full. So okay, imagine this for a second. All right, just imagine a scenario. you're a president of anything, or you're elected to anything, right? And you represent the will and wants and needs of your constituents. Your constituents want something that's terrible for them. And when they lose it, they're going to blame you. Right? When it's gone, they're going to blame you. You realize, hey, this has already hurt the farmers. The prices are going up. Gas and eggs is stable, but everything else is going crazy, right? You realize this. The writing is on the wall. There's no secret, right? And then you staked your whole claim on a couple of wacky conspiracies. There was the Jewish space lasers. There's all this Obama stuff, but the one that was still alive, the one that could possibly come true, was the Epstein files. And that they blocked her, like, no, we're not going to do that. She's like, why not? In her mind, I believe that she believes, or believed at one point, that it was 100%, the theories were true. There was a bunch of Democrats.
There was all Democrats that was on the joint.
On the list.
Yeah.
But when the president called her a traitor, and then 3 hours later asked for every Republican to vote in favor, right? How is she a traitor? How's she a traitor? How is she a traitor?
But here's the problem with the word traitor. It only holds weight from someone with credibility.
Okay. Preach on it.
He has no credibility to call someone to me. Now, granted, he has his base that's gonna think whatever. But the commander in Thief 4-7, he has.
Bro, I argued all day with somebody about some Obama stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he's one of those black guys who's like, Obama never did nothing for black people. And I'm like,
I love those guys. I love them. I love them to death.
You're excusing all the bullshit that Trump does, and that's okay, right? And I always got a laundry list of stuff that he did for black people, but I wasn't gonna do it this time because he didn't want to hear it. He just wanted to be right. So we got into the mail thing, and then he was like, I started listing things that Trump did that were bad. And we got into the hiding of classified documents. And you know what their go-to is whenever they don't have an answer? They always say, Obama did it too, right? Obama did it too. And it wasn't Obama, it was Biden, right? Biden's lawyer found some papers, and he went to the FBI and was like, look, we have some documents that I believe are classified. Come check them out. Turns out not only were they classified, they had some more classified documents. They self-reported, right? That is not what Donald Trump did.
Gave up the documents. They didn't try to say, we don't got nothing.
It wasn't playing hide the sausage with the damn documents.
It wasn't in no broom closet. It wasn't in the attic.
So
it wasn't by no toilet.
They had to raid Mar-a-Lago to get the shit back. You know what I mean? And he would not acknowledge the difference. And then when I said, okay, he said Obama is on the Epstein list. He said the reason why nobody knows about it is because they weren't trafficking girls, because they're trafficking boys. He said Obama's on the list. He's in there with the little boys, and he's hiding these documents. Those three things. I said, cool. If those three things, I didn't know those three things. Can you give me a site where I can go check it out? He's like, you'll see when they let go of the list. What? Because I send him reputable resources. I send him PBS. He doesn't like CNN, so I send him a lot of Fox News stuff. I send him a lot of like Al Jazeera, like all this. I send him reputable stuff, and he always sends me back talking heads.
They don't like you sending Fox News stuff.
He said, with Fox News, it's undeniable to them. It must be true if it's on Fox News. But he sends me back to talking heads. Always some guy with an opinion and he'll tell you some crazy stuff, but he'll never tell you where he got it from. And when he does, it's an excerpt, right? But it doesn't tell you where you can go get the information. And I'm like, send me that at least. Couldn't do it. So, and and this is a conversation that went over hours. And it's, you want to believe it, so you do. I can give you a mountain of evidence of things that Donald Trump is known to have done. He's known to have been found in a court of law by a jury to have racist business practices. So if you ask me how is he racist, I don't think he's racist. He was found guilty of racism in the 70s and in the 80s, right? They said, he stole money from veterans. That's why he can't fundraise in New York anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's not my opinion. It's in the ether. You can go look it up. Here's some sites. If you don't trust my sites, go look it up. It's all true. He asked for those votes, bro. He asked for those votes. It's documented. He was found guilty, and he won't believe any of that stuff, and that's fine. You shouldn't believe everything you hear on TV. You shouldn't believe, even if you can research it. But I need you to extend that same grace to Obama, right? If you can't just believe everything about Obama and believe nothing about Trump. It's crazy. So we'll get off politics for a little bit, and I'm gonna ask you about this situation I hadn't heard about. It was involving the Island Boys.
Hey.
And Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's a little bit about a staged home invasion. Now, I haven't read the article yet, but I'm looking at the pictures. And it got on here. It looks like they robbed their own joint, dog. Am I tripping?
So I didn't read the article. I just saw the video. All right.
I see the dog. The dog is following them around. They are not scared of this dog, which would normally be a scary dog. He's not barking at them.
And
is that?
It's a little fishy to me.
There's a little girl in the background.
That's his mom.
Oh, so mom was held at gunpoint?
Not even gunpoint. The dude was just standing there with his mom. His hands was down.
So they
real nice and sweet, like real protective. And the thing is, there's a dog right there. I have a dog. You got a dog. That dog is way too calm. Like, dog just not barking, not doing nothing.
Yeah. Oh, there's more. He took him outside.
It's a video. Once I saw the video, I said, I'm not reading this article. That's dumb. I don't think this is real. That dog know them people. That dog knew who was in that house.
What is this dude on, man? Look, hey.
That dog said, "What's up? Where we going? We going to the living room now? Oh, we leaving the kitchen?"
So it's a Jesse Smollett situation, basically.
I don't know. I thought it was a movie. I thought it was a movie. I thought it was one of those, like, when they got the movies where they showed them like the camera angle from like the corner of the top joint. I thought that's what it was. It was showing the security camera angle. That's what I thought it was.
It was some found footage.
But like, his mom wasn't frantic and doing nothing. She was just standing right there. The guy was just standing there with his hands down. The dog wasn't going crazy. I'm like, nah. When the dog wasn't doing nothing, I said, nah. Ain't no way the dog just chilling. And they walking right by the dog.
Man, there has to be some information. Like, they pulled up in something. The affluent neighborhoods have cameras. Middle class neighborhoods have cameras. Even the broke neighborhoods have cameras.
Everybody got cameras.
It's hard to move. It's hard to move it might be a little easier in Florida because it's more open.
And honestly, my whole thing is, who trying to rob Tekashi? The house they was robbing didn't look like nothing extravagant either. It looked like something I was staying in when I was in my 20s. All right, it didn't look like it was something where I would, like, it was a spot.
That could have just been one room, though. That could have been one room. We're gonna give Tekashi 6ix9ine, because I see him in a video when they said he was broke. He had money stacks, and
I could buy money.
I'm 90% sure it wasn't props.
How you? Who paying them?
He had a number one hit when he got out. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never heard a Tekashi 6ix9ine song.
What? Okay then. So if that's the case, what number one hit did he have when he got out?
But look, you can be big in New York, and nobody's ever heard of you.
He's not big in New York.
How'd he get his name Tekashi 6ix9ine? I thought he was part of a gang or something.
He was, and when he read it, he lost all of that. Them dudes still in jail. Actually, matter of fact, the dude that shot him, the dude that
got shot,
that got 15 years. No, his name was Shotty.
Oh, his name was
Shotty. Got 15 years. His appeal for his sentence being reduced just got denied by the judge. The judge said he ain't doing enough to get out early.
I heard him doing an interview. He's like, I didn't tell my friends. Them dudes was not my friends. They was humping on my girl. I was like, you know what? I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I can't commit crime because I can't do the time. It makes perfect sense. If I did do the crime, I wouldn't tell anybody. So it would behoove me not to put myself in that situation.
Okay. So let's say you didn't do the crime, but you orchestrated crime.
That if you orchestrate crime, you're doing the crime.
That's what he did. Because here's the thing. To me, he was a little punk. And then you get these street dudes behind you because you can rap or whatever, and now you feel like you tough. So he was having the street dudes do stuff for him.
He's like, the one that does a song to the blicky
go shoot at this dude, whatever. So they go run down, shoot at the dude. Oh, and then he gonna tell on the people that he went to go pay to go do this.
So he's a mastermind who got caught.
If you want to call him a mastermind, cool. I don't think he's that smart. But yes, whatever you want to call the person that organizes something and then snitches at the end is what he did.
He organized. Did he organize it? Do you think he organized it?
He told them to go do it.
He greenlight. Okay, greenlight.
And paid.
Okay, financier. I'll give him that. He's a financier.
And then he went and snitched.
He is the yeah. But that's number one. It's your fault for doing a crime for a snitch, right? If you're humping on this girl, if you taking his money, doing all that stuff, and he has inside information on you specifically,
that was dumb on them. Yes.
Poverty would do that to you. You grew up in poverty, you take more chances.
But they wasn't even poor. That's the thing. They was making money at this point in time.
Let me see. Let's pause this real quick. We burned. Okay, moving on. The death of the Kansas City Chiefs. Matter of fact, let me put that on the banner.
I don't think they dying. I don't think they on life support. I think they just got to regroup a little bit.
Okay, don't be scared to say. See, the reason why.
But here's why I don't think that they're at their death. They still have Mahomes. Remember when New England won those first 3 championships?
Yes.
And then they ain't win any for like
a year. A year.
Like
they
won
our division 8 years in a row.
Those first 3 and the other 3 for New England, it was a lot of years.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
Why?
Okay. Going back a few years ago, Mahomes shows up. He has one of the best receivers in football. Nobody knows his name. His name was Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill makes his name.
Yes.
And people think it's because of Patrick Mahomes and his uncanny ability to throw the ball down the field. They have the best offense in the field, undeniably better than everybody else. And then they have the best tight end in football, bar none. He's killing everybody. He dancing in the end zone. He doing all the dances in the end zone. Okay, boom, okay. Yeah. But then what happened? They disrespected your boy. They didn't want to pay him top dollar because they wouldn't be able to play the defense. He leaves. They have a banner year, go to Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, but people don't notice the drop off in their offense. They don't notice the drop off. So he goes from throwing 50 touchdowns, which is an NFL record. Mind you, 12 of those were underhand passes, so they're damn near handoffs. So he cheated the record. Anyway, he goes from throwing 50 touchdowns to throwing 20 and 30. You know what I'm saying? And then his tight end, Travis Kelce, gets a year older every year. He goes from being the most dominant tight end to being, we'll say top of the pack. Not the best.
He's still
not
top
average, but in the top pack of tight ends, right? Because Kelce was winning them games in that fourth quarter. We keep the game close. They went to the Super Bowl last year, but they won so many games. They were losing in the fourth quarter. It was ridiculous. The drop-off was imminent, and there's no way they were going to beat Philadelphia. They're a team that got progressively worse because they can't replace a Hall of Fame talent like Travis Kelce, and you can't replace a Hall of Fame tight end, a Hall of Fame receiver like Tyreek Hill, right? Those two things can't happen. So now, even though they still have a great offensive line, even though they still have a pretty good defensive line and a really good defense, he doesn't have players who have to be stopped. That's the game plan for. Everybody game plans for Mahomes.
Correct.
And now, instead of being a top 5 quarterback in the league, statistically, which he hasn't been in 3 years, right? He's a top 8, top 9. Any given week, he can be top 5, but he doesn't put up top number 1 numbers ever. We're week 11. He hasn't had a number 1 week at all, right? You could blame some of the losses on him. That last loss, he played bad, but everybody's afraid to say it because last time he counted them out, the last 2 times you counted them out, they went to the playoffs. I understand why you don't want to count them out.
No, you said, is it over for them? Are they going to make the playoffs this year? Probably not. But here's
they're 5-5, and they're still, until last game, they were still locked to win a division. Vegas had them locked to win a division.
Yeah, until they lost to Denver.
At 5-4.
Here's the thing. What I see is, yes, they lost Hill. Yes, Kelce's getting older. But when they had Hill, that first year, they also had a dynamic running game. Hunt was there, but it ain't the Hunt you see now. It was a younger, more hungry Hunt. And I think if they are wanting to win, your O-line is okay, your defense is okay, invest in those skill position players now. Invest in them.
What's the word for that? Go ahead and say it. Rebuild.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Kelce is still there. Okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, you draft a second-round receiver. If you want to get frisky, you get you a first-round receiver.
Listen, they've drafted the fastest receiver in the history of the NFL.
Fast don't mean nothing.
Everybody talks about how good Ray Rice was. That Travis Kelce is healthy. I'm just saying he is as good as any other quarterback when he doesn't have a Hall of Fame talent to throw to, is all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. I think he's a little bit better than that.
He goes from number 1, bar none, with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Then he loses Tyreek Hill, still top 5, right? No one wants to say he's number 6. Everybody puts him in there. Everybody puts him top 5. He hasn't.
I don't know who you're gonna put over him like that. Like, who would you put over him?
Guys I put over him are guys who are playing well this year.
Who?
Okay, let me see. So first, I would go with.
Let's just look in the AFC. You're gonna tell me Daniel Jones is better than Mahomes?
Yes. Don't give me that look. We're talking about this year. Daniel Jones.
Okay.
We're talking about Lamar Jackson.
I'm
right?
not
He's been injured, but when he plays, he's better than Mahomes.
So the thing is, they're behind. They're 5 behind. So it ain't him. So Houston, you talk about
no, he's not better than Mahomes.
Okay. Herbert?
Better than Mahomes.
Rodgers?
Come on, man. No.
I'm just going up the list of teams that's above them.
What?
New England got
yes,
the boy,
yes,
and the boy Bo Nix.
I think they're on par. I think this year he's on par with Bo Nix.
So that's all AFC. Let's go to the NFC.
There's your boy from the Rams.
You got who? No, I'm not a Stafford fan, so you already know I'm never going to say Stafford.
You're not a Stafford fan, but is he playing better than Mahomes?
No, Stafford is trash.
Okay. Statistically, is he playing better than Mahomes?
See, and you keep saying statistically, and you know I don't go by no statistics.
Okay. Wins and losses? Does he have more wins
that's
than Mahomes?
All trash too, because the Rams defense is balling out of control.
So we're not going by statistics. We're not going by wins and losses.
No,
I test only.
Like Stafford. No, just for Stafford.
Oh, just for 10. Okay, gotcha. Okay, continue.
No, that's what I said. That's why I started off saying ahead. I don't like Stafford. That was my first statement.
I missed that cue. That's my fault.
Stafford is Dan Orlovsky 2.0 to me.
Blasphemy. You're blaspheming right now. Why? Let me see. Because he played for Detroit? Detroit's in your division?
No, it has nothing to do with that. I was never a fan of Stafford.
He's one of the best throwers of the football we've ever seen. You just don't like him. Just say you don't like him.
It's not even that. Like, y'all say he's one of the best throwers, and y'all want to give him all this credit, right?
Yeah.
So here's why. The same people that want to give Stafford credit want to discredit Eli.
Why are you going thinking about Eli?
Because that's what they used to always do.
Look,
and go ahead.
They're not going to give Eli's Hall of Fame spot to Matthew Stafford.
Of course not.
Relax.
Of course not. Why would they do that?
I don't understand. Look, I'm a Phillip Rivers guy.
Yeah.
I have more to fear from Matt Stafford because we're not making it first ballot. We're not making first ballot.
Matt Stafford shouldn't make the first ballot either.
Huh?
Matthew Stafford shouldn't make the first ballot either.
He has stats and he has a championship.
So here's the wildest thing. One of the biggest knock on Eli Manning is his record, his overall record. Stafford just got to 500.
That's better than Eli, though.
Eli's at 500. What are you talking about?
I know. He just got there, and he's still playing, and he's going to play more games, and he's on a good team. He's going to have more wins than Eli.
If Eli retired after his second chip, his win-loss would be way different, and wouldn't nobody have said nothing.
Your argument is insane. Okay.
It's what?
He played in Detroit.
What that mean?
You know what it means.
No.
Detroit was habitually bad for 40 years.
Okay. So you're telling me he had nobody to throw it to?
That's not what I'm telling you.
Okay.
His stats were great.
Their defense sucked.
His stats were great.
So you're telling me their defense sucked?
Okay, let me give you this right here. If I put up 28 points a game for the entirety of my career, and I play 12, 15 seasons, I'm a Hall of Famer, bro. I'm a Hall of Famer. Can't take that from me. Not only did I do it better than everybody else, I did it for an extended period of time. He front row.
One question is this: what he do after Calvin Johnson retired?
He still put up a gang of yards.
Did he?
Yes. Let's look up his stats.
His numbers was not the same.
Let's look at his no, nobody's number. It's like Jerry Rice leaving your squad.
And after, so look, man, I seen Matthew Stafford close his eyes and throw the ball like, yo,
the no look.
Calvin's down there somewhere.
His QBR this guess his QBR this year. Go ahead, guess it.
What?
It's 120, my nigga. His QBR 120 in his 89th season. Your argument is heard, but I must deny. Let me see. Alexa, what year did Megatron retire?
From Deseret.com, the 30-year-old receiver, known as Megatron, announced his decision Tuesday, March 8, 2016, to walk away from the NFL after 9 mostly spectacular seasons with the Detroit Lions.
So basically, his first 6 seasons with Megatron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so he played Megatron's all but 1 year. Okay. He has a 5,000-yard season.
So does Eli?
He's a 5,000 yards. This isn't about Eli. We're talking.
No, this is what.
Why you make everything about Eli?
Told you.
Look, in let me see, 2011, he had 5,000 yards. He basically had 5,000 yards again in 2012. He missed it by 4.
And it wasn't 5,000 yards.
He missed it by 33 yards. He missed it by a bomb. 4,600 yards in 2013. You know, he doesn't even dip below 4,000 yards. So the first time he did it was in 2011, and he doesn't miss it again until 2017. He's only done it once since Megatron left. So he hit 4,000 yards 3 times since Megatron left. He's never done with the Rams. Oh, he did with the Rams first year.
With Odell.
We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that was because of Odell, right? We're not saying that. Odell came to the team late.
No, he had Odell. He had Kupp. He had a squad.
How good were Kupp and Odell when they left the team?
They were very good. They won a Super Bowl that 1 year. What are you talking about?
No, when they left the team, how good were those guys? Kupp is on Seattle right now. Odell
got hurt. Odell got hurt. That year, they were dynamic. So don't do that. They went to the Super Bowl that year. Odell was on his way to being Super Bowl MVP if he didn't tear his ACL.
He definitely would have been if he didn't hurt himself. But you know, he did hurt himself, and guess what? They still won the game. You know who didn't hurt himself that game?
Cooper Kupp.
Matthew Stafford.
Who was the running back? Who was the running back then?
I know. It wasn't H. How you say his name? Was it Akers? What was his name? Can't remember his name.
Like, he always had running backs. Like, he had Reggie Bush when he was playing.
You making all excuses. Hey, you just
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying he should have won some games. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
Y'all say, oh, he throw a pretty ball. Nigga, can he win?
He has 62,000 yards. How many do you think Eli has 62,000 yards?
Eli's over 60.
You don't even like to slander my boy Eli.
You shouldn't, because you got to stack Eli with 2 Super Bowl wins and more. I told you that already.
What's that?
You got to put Eli with the two-time Super Bowl MVP group.
He has 57,000 yards, 2 Super Bowls, 4 Pro Bowl selections. I'm gonna say Stafford has more yards, more touchdowns, less Super Bowls, and probably more Super Bowl selections. So if you look at Eli's resume, the only thing that separates Eli is the Super Bowl wins.
And Super Bowl MVPs too.
It's the same difference.
No, because everybody don't get Super Bowl MVP. How many people get Super Bowl rings?
How many people get Super Bowl rings?
Yeah.
The whole 50 a year.
How many get Super Bowl MVPs?
1.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a little easier from the quarterback position, though. We'll say that. All you can do is not blow it.
Okay. Did Peyton blow it when he won the second one?
What's Eli's real name?
You ain't answering my question.
What's Eli's real name?
Did Peyton blow it his second Super Bowl ring?
Did Peyton blow it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Because he didn't get Super Bowl MVP.
Alexa, how many Super Bowl MVPs does Peyton Manning have?
1.
Sorry, I didn't know that one.
You don't know shit, Alexa.
I can tell you won the second one. It was Von Miller.
Oh, well, that's okay, though. That's another Hall of Famer. That's out.
So because it's Von Miller, it's okay?
Look, Elijah Nelson Manning, he did his thing. He blanked out. Played outstanding. And I think he is the absolute, I think he is the floor of the Hall of Fame. You have to be better than Eli to get in. Right? If you're not better than Eli, you don't get in. I think Matthew Stafford gets in.
I don't think Eli should be the bottom. I think Matthew Stafford should be the bottom person.
Well, by today's standards, if you compare him to the guys going in, you know, you got Peyton Manning, lock, right? We know Aaron Rodgers is gonna get in. You know, we're not gonna talk about Brady, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but,
then there's Drew Brees.
So are we saying Hall of Fame should just be based on stats?
I think it should be a stepping stone. To say it's only anything, like, no, you got stuff. There's eye test, was he amazing, right? Michael Vick, I think he should go to Hall of Fame. He has rushing stats, right? But not anymore. There's gonna be like 5 quarterbacks that pass him up.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes him special? These right here, he was freaking amazing, right? He didn't have the Lamar Jackson winning rate. He didn't have, you know, the all-time mark for rushing yards in the season. It's been passed twice now. But he did some amazing stuff.
So my thing is this. People gave Peyton a real hard time of being, what they call him, a regular season quarterback, right?
Okay.
That's what it is. He couldn't get it done in the postseason like that. Couldn't get it done in the postseason. He had that 1 Super Bowl. Then Eli went and got his 2, and you heard the chatter. Oh, his little brother got 2 Super Bowl rings. What is Peyton going to do?
I bet you didn't like Peyton either, huh? You didn't like him back then.
I had no issue with Peyton. I had zero issue with Peyton. Eli never beat him, but I had no issue with Peyton.
He was like, you guys mess with your brother.
I said it to say this. How come the same scrutiny isn't given to Aaron Rodgers?
He has his chip.
Won.
He has multiple MVPs.
So did Peyton. And that's why I brought up Peyton specifically.
Peyton was amazing. I think bringing him up, scrutinize Peyton Manning, so you scrutinize him saying he's not an MVP, I mean, not a Hall of Famer? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. They scrutinized him, calling him a regular season good quarterback, and he couldn't get it done in the postseason.
You mean the same criticism that Josh Allen gets? The same criticism Justin Herbert gets? The same criticism Lamar Jackson gets? No, Lamar Jackson.
Justin Herbert.
Lamar Jackson is today's Peyton Manning.
I would say yes, but I'm specifically talking about Aaron Rodgers. And the reason I say that is because he won one, and he was supposed to win multiple. Remember, he won that one in 2010.
There's no such thing as supposed to win a bunch.
You don't remember this hype behind him? Favre is out, Rodgers is in. It was his first season at the helm.
And that's what happens when you win MVPs. CC Peyton Manning.
So my thing is, why isn't he getting the same scrutiny that Peyton did?
Why doesn't he get the same scrutiny that Peyton did? I think he did at one point. Most of his scrutiny has come lately, right? He's shot himself in the foot socially, right? He's, the Darkness Retreat and doing ayahuasca and Joe Rogan podcast, stuff like that. Things like he's deliberately alienating himself, maybe, but we don't care because we're sports guys. We don't care.
Well, you doing your personal time unless it's illegal, or you already know.
Yeah.
I don't do the whole pedophilia thing. Like, you playing with kids, you need to get, get gone.
I feel like he fucked himself off though, and the reason why I say that is, he basically did everything that Brett Favre did that everybody didn't like, almost identically the way Brett Favre did it. They didn't want to hang it up. He
ain't still from welfare yet.
He didn't do that till he was out of the league. He still has time, my nigga.
He still got time to steal from the welfare.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think
that Cali. Oh, I forgot. He's from Cali. That's why you like him so much. He's from Cali. It's your Cali boy.
That ain't it. I like him because he has, what's that word they say about him? Arm talent. I like them boys with arm talent.
I was watching clips of Tomahawks and Eli the other day. I said, yo, people really sleep on Eli. When they showed his highlights, so when he had the perfect game against the Raiders, and it was up 35 when it took him out at halftime.
Well, quick question. You put Eli on Detroit.
With Megatron? With Megatron. So you're telling me, because it wasn't just Megatron. He had Megatron, he had Smith, he had Bush in the backfield, and somebody else with Bush in the backfield.
We had Bush for like 3 years, right? Yeah.
Megatron, and they had Smith, and who was the tight end? Like, his Detroit squad was stacked, and people don't realize.
Didn't Detroit have a year where they won no games?
That was with Dan Orlovsky.
What year was that?
That was like 2011 or something like that.
He was hurt, right?
Who?
Stafford.
No. Dan Orlovsky was in, and they drafted Stafford, I believe. No. Orlovsky was there before Stafford.
Stafford's been playing since like something. Let me see. Stafford's been in the league like. Let me see.
'09. Yeah, 2010. So yeah, he was hurt. So after his rookie year.
Yeah. So Orlovsky got in there and stank it up. You saw how bad they was with Orlovsky in there. Stafford is a dude. He's a dude, man. He's better than Mr. Run Out of Bounds. You can at least give him that.
I give him that.
All right, so we're at 43 minutes. We can close it out right here, man.
All right. But I can't give Stafford